The protest action staged by some 4 minibus associations, Soufrière, Dennery, Vieux-Fort and Gros-Islet, left commuters all over St. Lucia stranded. The abandoned travelers we interviewed had mixed feelings about being negatively impacted by the industrial relations dust-up.
Oh, I want to go and sell my goods in Gros-Islet so I can get no transport to go up there. Is there either sell? And I have an old one, is that I just sell from the time I going to school, that I just do for my living.
Yeah, it's very shocking. I mean, that's not the way. It's very shocking. And even heart attack would take people there because people are just busy to go to work. And it's very, very shocking. It's very shocking.
Well, like the thing is that I know I have to go to work, but like the buses, they strike, so it's not nothing we can do. But what I see, well, I give the fellas, the passengers, if it's 13, they want, give them 13, whatever they want, give it to them. Because like people need to go to work. So like if like the buses strike, so how people will make a bread? So because of like on a bus, they have no social distance. Because of like at the back seat, they put in 3 passengers at the back, which have like there are no distance between that 3. So at least they can give it to them.
At the end of the day, it's affecting other people. I'm sorry for them, but it's not affecting me because Massey have our back. We have staff bus coming and pick us up so that I could get to work.
Public Relations Officer of the Gros-Islet Minibus Association, Thomas St. Louis, says the action was not intended to cause undue suffering to the motoring public, but rather to send a strong message to officials.
And I think enough is enough. They have the power within themselves to change that around. It should not have gotten to that stage. Because we have had dialogue with the Minister of Transport. It should not have reached that stage it is now. And finally, I would like to apologize on the behalf of the associations when it comes to the sick out this morning where we know persons that are relying on us. You understand? But there is an old saying, when you're in Rome, you do like the Romans.
NCOPT officials and the Minister for Transport, Guy Joseph, held an emergency meeting on Monday. During a press briefing following the conclusion of deliberations, Minister Joseph claimed that the call for an increase in passengers on commuter buses is the purview of the Chief Medical Officer. Reporters probed Joseph as to whether government would intervene in providing transportation in the interim.
I am hoping that good sense will prevail in this matter and that the approach being taken by the council is one of continued dialogue. We were dialoguing on a number of measures that can be taken to mitigate against the present situation.
If the bus drivers continue the substantial stoppage of service, is the government going to step in any way to ensure that commuters can go from point A to point B?
I think commuters will find their way around. We have seen the business places. A number of them have made special transportation arrangements since the COVID pandemic for their staff.
Meanwhile, Vice President of the National Council on Public Transportation, Kentry Frederick, says the organization remains committed to the transportation sector.
Any form of actions that are being taken in terms of the transportation sector, you have to understand you're affecting the lives of many sectors, whether it is the industrial sector, whether it's any other sector, and then the proper thing to do is to write so that the government is clear, NCOPT is clear as to what you're doing. But if you get up on an evening and you say by next morning and you encourage persons not to work, even use the form of threats for persons not to work, it is not a good thing to do.
The council had no comment on the matter of a proposed bus fare hike in lieu of increased passenger capacity to offset lost income from the pandemic protocols and restrictions on drivers. Solange Alfred, HTS News Force.